Hadouken! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and finally it has been begun. I guess that made no sense. We are going to be reviewing the Street Fighter Udon comics. As you guys know, I'm a huge Street Fighter fan, especially when it comes to the Street Fighter Udon comics. There's going to be a whole playlist on my channel that has like every single review I've done, starting now up until when I get to the last comic. But we're finally beginning the Street Fighter Udon comics, starting from the first comic in the reading order. So if you've ever wondered what the reading order is, I think I've done a video talking about the reading order of the Street Fighter Udon comics. If I haven't, that's going to be coming out soon, best believe. But Street Fighter Origins Akuma is the first thing you should be reading in the reading order of Street Fighter Udon comics. And I'm excited, guys, because we have a lot of reviews to do. I have been reading the Street Fighter comics lately for the past like couple months, and we're making some pretty good progress. I'm already on like the Street Fighter 3 era right now, and yeah, they're really good. They're awesome. If you want to hear me rant more about how good the Udon Street Fighter comics are, look at my other video I've posted where I've just ranted on about it. So, this is also my first video using a recorder thing. It's strapped to my head, so it's like a first-person type of thing. So it might be scuffed, but it's going to turn out better in the future. But without making this intro any more longer, let's get into the review. The whole point of these reviews are to basically just talk about the comic, what happens in the comic, and how good they are. Now, if you're looking for a review that doesn't spoil what happens in it, I can do that for a quick second and just give you a rundown of what basically happens in this comic without spoiling anything that is substantial. So basically, it is Street Fighter Origins Akuma. This is the origin of Akuma. This is the first thing you read in the reading order for Street Fighter Udon comics. So you get to see Akuma when he was a child. We're talking like 12 years old. You get to see Akuma when he's like 20. You get to see Akuma before he became Akuma, before he became the demon that we all know. You get to see his relationship with Goken, Gotetsu, Retsu, and all these other characters. So it's pretty cool. And you know, the book starts off with, you know, Akuma right there. That's Akuma as a child, as a baby Akuma. And it's him and his tribe, and just his story. I mean that's the whole point of the book, and it's pretty good. Okay, like I don't want to spoil much, but let's just say it's really good. And if you're an Akuma fan, you're gonna love it. But yeah, without spoiling the whole plot of the comic, that's basically what happens. It's Akuma's childhood, his upbringing, and his story from like age 12 to like 20 before he became the demon and the Satsui no Hado took over his whole body. So with the no spoiler review out the way, barely was even a review, just basically telling you what you probably already know, let's get into the review of the comic, right? So first of all, it's a hardcover. If you want this comic, you have to get it in hardcover. There's literally no other way to read this. You have to get it in the hardcover unless you read it online, which I guess. Very good pages, of course. This nice, you know, brown, yellow type of color. But the book starts off in Japan, rural Japan, and we have, you know, child Akuma here with, it seems to be a tribe. And this seems to be like a father figure to Akuma. And, you know, they come across these people and they start fighting and stuff. And this guy gets beat up, but Akuma kind of runs away. I don't know if there's a bad glare. I hope not. If there is, then this is going to be really scuffed. Let me actually check over here. Alright, see guys, this is all a work in progress, okay? I just moved the light. I noticed that there was a glare. There's also kind of a glare right here, but let's get back into it. So Akuma kind of runs away. And Akuma actually has a brother, so that's pretty cool. We find out that he has a brother. Well, we knew that. But this is Goken. Okay, if you didn't know, this is Goken. This is young Goken. Look at this guy. That's pretty cool. But, you know, they find this lady, they're trying to take care of her. So this is when Akuma was still pretty innocent. And then we get to see this scene where Akuma actually hunts down a freaking black bear. Mind you, this is 12 years old Akuma. And he fights it off, but he also gets pretty messed up. I don't know what bro was trying to do. And then here we have the one and only Gotetsu. So this is, if you didn't know, that is Ryu. Well, that is that's Akuma and Goken's master. Okay. And he appears, and this is the first time they meet. Gotetsu basically takes in Akuma and starts training him, and this is how Akuma started off his karate journey. Now we get a time jump. Look at Akuma. It doesn't really give you the exact age, but I'd say probably 20 years old. You know, like, I don't really know. But yeah, Akuma's older. He's chopping wood. He's training. He's doing stuff. And then him and Goken decide to part ways from the dojo. So as you can see the trail, Akuma goes one way, Goken goes the other way, and that's basically it. And then moving forward, we see some Street Fighter 1 characters. Again, this is the first thing you read in the reading order, so this is like the oldest time period in Street Fighter's story right now. So you can clearly tell because we're seeing characters like Lee, a Street Fighter 1 character. So yeah, moving forward, Akuma is basically just doing these random battles. He's fighting Lee right here. Beats him up pretty badly. I mean, that's brutal. And then we keep going on. We have Akuma entering tournaments, fighting, just basically killed that guy's neck. I mean, snapped his neck, and really cool panel of Akuma right there. I mean, damn, that's pretty cool. And we keep going. Akuma remembers his you know, backstory, and just look at this drawing. That is a very cool. So basically, while Akuma was over here fighting in clubs and stuff, Goken has been in caves meditating the whole time. And we can see Gotetsu meets up with Goken, and then Akuma somehow finds his way to a village and starts beating up everybody in the village, starts killing people. And yeah, this is when Akuma really unleashes his demon power. As you can see, this is really the first appearance of Akuma as a demon. And then he kills this person right here, who he did not like. And then Goken hears that the village is being messed up. Goken comes down to the village, saves these couple of kids. Akuma goes back to the dojo where Gotetsu's at, and Gotetsu is like, oh, basically just like, oh, you're evil, what the hell's going on? Starts fighting him. Look at this one-handed Hadouken. He didn't even do this or this. He did this. Bro did this. He shot a Hadouken like this. That's pretty beast. Some other moves going on. And then Akuma basically just beats up and kills Gotetsu. Some pretty old Street Fighter lore there. We both knew. Well, we all know that happens. And then we take a really big time jump to where Ryu comes into the picture. I mean, really young Ryu. I mean, this is like 12 years old Ryu. And he just got taken under by Goken, as you can see. That's Retsu right there, saying hi to Retsu. So a very young Ryu. Goken is kind of just training a Ryu as well. Hasn't seen Akuma in a while, but now Goken is seeking Akuma, as you can see. And he finds him. Look at this shot of Akuma. My god. Bro just has the most aura. And yeah, they start fighting. You know, Goken wants his revenge because Akuma killed Gotetsu. And you know, they're both fighting this and that, pretty evenly matched, honestly. And then Goken kind of beats Akuma. And then Akuma is hanging off the ledge. Goken is like, I'll save you. You can, you know, you can turn your ways. And then Akuma does not accept it. He lets go, and Akuma falls down this mountain with a waterfall, and then that's basically it. That's the last that we see of Akuma for now. And then we get this flashback to Akuma training, and you see, I want to become someone new. I want to find a path of my own. And then that is the last of Akuma's origin story. And it doesn't say the end. It says the beginning, because like I said, this is the beginning to the reading order, and this is kind of just the beginning to Street Fighter's story and Street Fighter's lore moving forward. So I don't really know. It's been a while since I reviewed something. I don't know how good that looked or how good that sounded. It probably was all over the place, but that's the review for Street Fighter Origins Akuma. It's a very good book. I recommend getting it. And it's the first book that you read in the reading order for the Udon comics for Street Fighter. But yeah, after this comic, we have to review Street Fighter Origins Sagat, which is the book that you read after this, which I've of course read. And yeah, that's basically it. These videos are going to be pretty quick and not really like high effort, because it's just a review. There's not much point of putting too much editing. I'll put background music, I'll put my intro, but other than that, these videos are pretty straightforward. So get ready to see more of them if you're interested, because I'm going to be doing this for literally every single Street Fighter comic and comic series that has been made by Udon from 2003 up until 2026. And speaking of 2026, there's still comics coming out. I actually have Street Fighter Masters Elena coming in the mail this week, I think. And then Street Fighter Masters Guile coming out soon. I pre-ordered Street Fighter Masters Zangief. They've announced Street Fighter Masters Karen, which I'm happy about. So a lot of cool stuff going on, but that's it for the video. I will see you guys in the next one, which is probably going to be the Sagat review. And yeah, that's it.